Today I'm going to simulate Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 in LEGO by recreating all the important characters in LEGO, then animating their scenes from the chase scene to Lily Lovebreeds to the most shocking parts of the entire game. Building all the different detailed characters, jump scares, and even deaths. But first I want to start by building a damaged Huggy Wuggy. Because the last time I built a Huggy, it was this really friendly looking one that doesn't match how damaged and scary he looked in the game. So I went to my parts collection and started gathering enough parts to build this damaged version of him, which is probably going to chase me down later. Then I put all my parts on the table and scanned them using the Brickify app, which gave me instructions as well as where the parts were on the table. And like that, I have this really cool battle-damaged Huggy Wuggy from Brickify. And he's freaking scary looking. He's got these giant lips with full-on teeth. He's all bandaged up and missing a hand. And he's even got broken legs. I don't know if I'd want to hug him. He doesn't look very huggable in my opinion. I'd definitely give this Huggy Wuggy like a 9 out of 10 in terms of how accurate it is. I mean, bro, look at him. Alright, now I need to build him digitally and have him chase down the player. I also built up this quick grab pack using these macaroni pieces, studs, and some Technic. Alright, this isn't stable. Let's add some handles. Alright, boom, now that we have two, I went into Blender and rebuilt the models. It didn't take that long, but you know, they still look pretty good. And now I just have to texture out the whole hallway, adding all the different details and buttons from the game. And now it's just gonna take some time to animate, so let's grush. And after all that hard work, this is what we came up with. Oh my gosh, no! Okay, I think I got it landed. I think we're good. Oh my goodness! Well, hey, at least he has his grab pack. No, his grab pack! Now, next in the game, you get sent down this dark and scary elevator after, you know, Huggy grabbed your grab pack. And when you come out, you start seeing all these little guys crawling around. And they're called... what did I just watch? Anyways, I want to build a few of them, so I went to my parts and got cracking. This little blue one is one of them, and it's super freaky. Got these little brickhead's eyes. So I built him a friend who's green and has a hot dog for a mouth. Now, obviously there are a bunch of inside animals, but we only really saw 2 in the game. Now, one of these inside animals ended up attacking the player, but ended up getting beaten away by this little bear guy named Giblet. He leads the resistance against the prototype, and I want to make him as a minifigure. So I went to my minifigure collection and grabbed this Jonesy, as well as this head of Chip from Disney. I was going to use Fozzie from the Muppets, but his head just isn't the same size as Giblet's, and it doesn't look as accurate. Then I went to my minifigure parts sorter and got legs and arms for Giblet. Then I put down the legs, torso, and head. Obviously, that's not gonna work. And next we're gonna pop and swap the arms off this torso. Oh, we gotta fix those hands. Wait a minute, you know, I just realized something. Giblet? He doesn't wear any pants. Yeah, seriously, look at the picture of him. What? So, I guess we gotta take off your pants, bro. Alright, we're going to the minifig part collection. Alright, where's butt naked bear pants? No, those are all too tall. Oh, here we go. Alright, Giblet, get ready to show your giblets. Well, that's technically more accurate. Last I want to get him his little power stick. So I got this for the tip of it. Alright, then we're gonna grab one of these. Alright, and we're gonna add this in, and then we're gonna add this in. I don't know, that looks like a pretty good Giblet. Alright, now the only thing I have to add left is the eye patch, because, you know, he's been damaged since his original version. So I went to my supply shoebox, got a paintbrush, and some black paint.
Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! SpongeBob, careful! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
Oh shoot, I could have just done this on a knockoff Freddy Fazbear. I just wasted a perfectly good official LEGO minifigure, no! Hey Giblet, what are you doing? Well, I'm gonna smash in these 3 boys if they hit the subscribe button right now. Wait, what? I'm not one of them. All right, guys, you're gonna hit that subscribe button up there in 3, 2, 1, boop. All right, they did it. No, they didn't. Oh, dang, what do you mean you guys didn't do it? Oh, you didn't? All right, we're gonna do it now. Why? Ready? 3, 2, boop. Okay, great, you all did it. Yay, I'm safe. Thank you for not hitting me, Giblet. And after he took out those inside animals and Walter, he sent us up on a mission to get a new grab pack. And in the game, the grab pack was square in the mouth of this toy dinosaur Brawn. And conveniently, there's this red Lego dinosaur set out with a similar color scheme, and I'm gonna buy it. Copped. All right, let's see if it's here. It's here. All right, and here it is. Let's crack it open. All right, let's get to building. It looks good, but there's still some modifications I have to make. And one of the first things you notice about Brawn is his big eyes that are a little droopy, and this dinosaur's eyes just aren't gonna cut it. So I started tearing apart the head to try and make eyes that look a little more droopy. I got these white cylinder pieces, and I got some of these poles, slipped them into the head. I tried connecting it that way, but it didn't really work. So then I tried another thing, and I started building up this whole thing to hold the eyes, and then I realized, yeah, that's a little too goofy. So he needs eyelids, and I built up this other little contraption, and now he looks a little sleepier. But the other thing Brawn doesn't have is teeth, which is a little bad for a dinosaur. So I decided I probably need to take out his teeth. We're just gonna pull on this tooth out and this tooth. I low-key feel like a dinosaur dentist right now. And boom. And then I just gotta position him a little better, and now he looks a lot closer. But another thing that was interesting about him in the game is his guts were spilling out and the inside animals were eating him. So for his guts spilling out, I got these pink pieces, and we're just gonna do this and this. Bada boom. All right, we got that. And we got this. All right, and here is our boy, Brawn the dinosaur. Yeah, bro's guts are spilling out. No, don't eat at my boy. Now the last thing I need to do is build the new grab pack and put it in his mouth. All right, we're just gonna put this over here and do that. All right, now he's got the grab pack in his mouth. Awesome. All right, let's arm Blocky with the new grab pack. Boom. This one looks and functions a little differently than the last grab pack. Wait a minute, what does this do? Awesome. And when we go back with our new grab pack, we have to meet the next character. And it's Chum Chompkins. And he's a bro who hides you in his pouch like a mama kangaroo. Or stomach, I don't know where we are right now. And I want to build a very accurate version of him. So I went back to my parts pile, dumped it, scanned it with Brickify, and boom, we have almost enough parts to build Mr. Chompkins. So let's do it. And boom, there he is. This dude's really cute and looks just like Chum Chompkins, which I was really disappointed about because he looks so adorable. Anyway, he has these functioning arms. He's got this arm hair under his arm. Ew. And then he's also got another arm. Oh no. Get back in there, Chum. Although he wouldn't be the first character from this franchise to lose an arm. He's got all these details everywhere. He's got 2 eyeballs, and you know, he just looks really cool in red. Yo, he's even got some cake going on. What the heck? Yeah! And this is his mouth, or pouch, but it's a pouch with teeth that makes it more like a mouth. And look, we also fit guys in his pouch, like actual minifigures. No, not again. Oh, please don't eat me, please don't eat me. Oh. Ew, that sounded way too realistic. He also matches the scale of our boy Giblet a lot better. He could like ride him like he's his pal. And we're gonna put him right over here. Yo, they all fit in really well together. I can't wait to build the next character. Anyways, next in the game, we ended up having some bad dreams, and now Huggy's back. And we ended up confronting our next character, Lily Lovebraids, who I still have to design. And she also has this crazy hair that she's completely enveloping us in. Wait, what? New in the game, Lily has a purple shirt, and there aren't many of those in Lego, so I got this one from Mojo Jojo, and then I got the star piece and backpack piece, then connected them to the Mojo Jojo torso. All right, that's pretty good so far. I went back to my minifigure collection to get the Bright Bomber for her legs, and my minifigure parts for the skirt piece. I'm sorry. Ugh. All right, now we just need a face. And I'll be honest, this one's pretty tough. So I went on ChatGPT and typed in this prompt with Lily, and hopefully we'll get an accurate face. Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right, so we went to the printer, got the faces, cut them up, and taped it to the head. And the last thing I have to do for Lily Love Braids is the hair. So I graded my grandma's yarn bin, and we probably should cut up some of these to give to Lily. Hey, get out of there. All right, let's try the first strand. Boom. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We need to think of something better. So I got out this minifigure of Rumi, and, I'm kind of just gonna... Oops. All right, so we can put that here. That at least, makes the base of the character look good. And then you could start adding all the extra hair stuff from, I guess, that. All right, now we're just gonna put this here. And boom, we have Lily Love Braids. And I'm not gonna know how to braid any of this because I'm not a girl. All right, but we're still gonna try. All right, we got 1 and 2. And that's my attempt at Lily Love Braids. Well, at least we don't have to worry about that yarn hair doing anything bad, right? Right? No! So in the game, Lily brought the player to this cell with Poppy and Kissy Missy, who I want to attempt to build. So let's go back to the parts collection and try Brickify again, because this thing's really useful for building all the characters from Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. And here's our build of Kissy Missy. And she's missying an arm. What the heck? Anyway, she has this whole burnt side of her face. She was really not looking in good shape in the new chapter, and she'll go really great next to Huggy. But before we can get her out of prison, we need to build the next character she was with, Poppy. And here's our girl, Poppy. She looks really cool, has these cool arms, and, it's pretty basic. But more importantly, she's in scale with Kissy Missy. Oh, Kissy can't stand. All right, let's get these guys out of the Brickify Scanner studio. All right, now we have to free these two from Lily. Let's try that feature with the grab pack we tried earlier. All right, yay, we're free. Oh no, not again. Yeah, so in the game, she took all of them to this weird tea party where we were finally introduced to the big bad of the entire game, the prototype. But first, I have to build him, and he has a lot of weird and complex parts, so I'm gonna start with it digitally. All right, so I started off by building the base, then adding some weird guts on the inside of him. Then I started texturing out his torso with all those weird bone things that he has in the front of him. And then I started clipping in his legs, which he has a lot of. Then in his front, he has Huggy's arm, Kissy's arm, and Mommy Longlegs. Well, arm, not leg. And they're all just sticking out there, so I had to clip them all in. Then we added his little rib cage, and now it's time for his actual clown costume. And a part of that is his arms, which have these giant scissor knives. And the last part was really easy because it was the head, he has his little clown hat, and then I just slapped on this tile. But now that the model's done, it's time to recreate the scene that he was introduced in animation. And now I just need to work and animate out the whole scene for the prototype, but we're gonna do it in Lego.
It's like a child because
The child.
is what they made you.
You're hurting me!
Don't be afraid.
All right, that was awesome, but now that the prototype is fully unleashed and the gang escaped, they still have to deal with a Lily. Oh wait, right? Hey Lily, where are you going? Oh, she's not dead. Oh, now she is. I guess we don't have to deal with her anymore. She was basically the Doc Ock of Poppy Playtime anyway. So that was a lot. So the next scene, we're gonna calm down a bit and I'm gonna recreate Huggy's and Kissy's reunion. So I built out this small room and put our two characters in here and started to recreate their emotions from this scene. And like that, we have Huggy and Kissy Missy's big reunion. No! Oh no, we have to escape. Not again.
May you descend into the dark and the dust.
I thought you were gone.
Wait a minute, we're alive? Giblet? All right, I still have to build one more character that was revealed at the end of the game, and that's Dr. Harley Sawyer, who's alive and well in this filing cabinet that Giblet's I guess been holding out on us the whole time. And I guess I have to build him. So I went back to the part pile one more time and scanned all my bricks with Brickify, and it turns out I have enough parts to build him. All right, and inside is the Doctor. He even has his eye and everything, but I think there's a little bit of a cooler mod we could do to this.
My name is Harley Sawyer. I'm called the Doctor.
All right, and now that's legitimately all the different scenes from Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 in LEGO. So now we're gonna build ones from the other chapter. Oh hey, it looks like the box with all the minifigures came in. Let's go check those out. Today I'm taking all the scariest Poppy Playtime characters and recreating their deaths in LEGO. Starting with our boy, Huggy Wuggy. Now in the first game, Huggy was introduced as this big bad monster who chased you down hallways, jumped you, and ate you. Wait, what? And at the end of the game, you kinda do this to him. No, Huggy Wuggy! Wait, is that blood? Anyway, to recreate this scene, I needed to do a couple things. First, I needed to download Blender, and of course, the Brickify app, because it has instructions for all the characters that I could think of, including Huggy Wuggy. And once we got his instructions using Brickify, I was able to go all around and build the entire scenery involving his death. From the hallways we built using these pieces, as well as the bridge, which we're gonna have to break, because that's what happens in the game. So we rigged it to break when this box piece falls on it, or rather when we drag it down, but Huggy has to be on the bridge too, so we could stop him from trying to end us. And then after that, we just have to send Huggy plummeting to his demise. Well, at least until chapter 4. But this is the actual first death we were able to recreate. Now the next important death was Mommy Longlegs. She's the main bad guy in chapter 2, and she's also another experiment of the prototype. We're gonna have to make later because he has her arm attached to him. But we're gonna have to make a pretty brutal death with this giant shredder. And what I wanna know is, why do toy factories need all of this? Like literally, what kind of toy company are they running? Anyways, I started to build out the whole room, used a bit of these pieces, these ones, and these slopes. And then of course the last thing I had to build was the shredder, because we're gonna have to, animate it later. And next I had to build up our Mommy Longlegs, which shouldn't be too difficult, truthfully. I mean, the thing is, you just stretch her out a little bit, and as long as she gets caught in the shredder at the end, it doesn't really matter how long she ends up being. All right, let's play it out.
What have you done? You make me part of you! You can't do this to me!
Now the next character we have to recreate the death of is Catnap. He was the big bad guy in chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime, and basically was a giant version of a smiling critter. He was also super loyal to the prototype, and we do literally anything for him. He also had legitimately the most brutal death in the entire game. First we electrocute him, then he gets lit on fire, then he thinks all good and the prototype's coming to protect him, but he isn't, because he stabs him. Yeah, so I gotta simulate that in LEGO. Starting off, I have to pick out which catnap I want to design, because there are a few of them, but I settled on building this one. Then it was just a matter of building out the body, the legs, the head, the eyes, the mouth, like a normal functioning creature. Then next I had to rig the fire animation. Bro looks in pain. Then we just had to texture it out to make it look a little more realistic. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And now we just need to make it darker, and like that, I think we fully recreated the scene. Alright, now this next character is one of my favorites from all of Poppy Playtime, and it's Doughy the Dough Man. He's this cute big fella made out of Play-Doh, who's silly and your friend, and also eats people, including his mom. Yeah, he kind of has anger issues. I don't usually do that when I get upset at people. Now, his death was kind of crazy. Actually, really crazy. Because he got frozen, melted, squished by this thing, and then, like, I don't even know if that's what killed him. There's a very solid shot that Doughy might be alive, because honestly, nobody in this game really dies. Well, except for Catnap. Yeah, that guy's gone. Now, this all happened in this giant freezer room, and I decided we needed to build it out of Lego. So I built up the floor and added these caution tapes to them. We also have these trap doors, and I made the walls really, really tall. We also added these pipes to the wall, and I built this giant thing that ended up crushing him. I also added little railings and details, but the more complicated one I have to build is Doughy, because when he's in his weird megalo monster state, he's all colorful. But then as the game goes on, he gets, you know, more frozen and colored blue. So we're gonna make the blue version of him. And he has this really lobster-like looking body with all the claws and littler claws. And then we have all these little legs going up to bigger legs. And then we have a functioning body. And I also wanted to add claws because he has like 12 of them, which is like nuts for a guy made out of Play-Doh. Then we added a neck, head, these little teeth thingies, and his like octopus looking tentacles. And that's frozen monster Doughy. The first thing we had to do was properly position Doughy on the platform, and then it was just a matter of properly rigging this giant thing that crushes him. We had to bring it up, figure out how to make it spin, and do all its little animations. At the same time, you know, we had to make sure Doughy's body would react appropriately. And then we had to look a little closer at it from this angle, the one from the game, and then we just spun it and completely crushed Doughy. Yeah, but the issue is his face kind of molded into the ground, and that's not going to work long term. But here's what we got for the final death scene.
Can't trust anyone! I tried to be better, to be who they needed. Smart enough, not good enough. Not!
Now the next character death isn't exactly a death, but it is from chapter 5. And it's when we're finally introduced to the prototype, and one of the things he did was pop Poppy, literally shattering her face and popping out her eyeball. Now to do this scene, I had to build up the prototype and Poppy, and the Poppy was super easy because it was also in the Brickify app. But the prototype was harder. So thanks to Brickfolk for help with this design, because we did the base, attached the legs, ribs, mech stuff. Then we added the arms of Mommy Longlegs, Huggy Wuggy, and Kissy Missy, more guts, more ribs. And we also added a torso, arms with swords attached to them, a head with the clown hat, and the face. And doing the scene was actually not too bad, because I cut it down a little bit because it wasn't actually a death. And this is what we were able to come up with.
Acts like a child because
A child.
is what they made you.
You're hurting me!
Don't be afraid.
Now the side main bad guy from chapter 5 we thought was gonna be Lily Lovebraids. She was this teacher lady who was turned into this girl toy with purple hair, and she got pretty angry at us for ruining her tea party.
I let you come to my tea party! And this is how you repay me!
Anyways, when she died, she was on this cloud thing, and we kind of have an easy shot on her in this game. You know, after her hair tries to eat you a million times. Now, recreating this looks easy, but it's not, because I don't know how I'm supposed to do that hair. Yet. And for the minifigure, I snapped in the arms, the head, the legs. Oh, hey there, Lily.
Hi!
And the next thing I had to do was set up the hair model, which was honestly super complicated. I mean, look at all these spikies. And then we could just make it free-flowing, and I attached it to the hair mold. And then it was just a matter of coloring it. Even though this isn't something you'd probably see on a Lego minifigure, it looks good for the animation purpose. And now it's just time to animate. So then we had to do this whole thing building up the cloud, then having the grab pack, touch the little button up there as Lily's freaking out. And then of course we have to drop and shatter the cloud.
I let you come to my tea party! And this...
Now these next deaths are probably the saddest in the entire game because it's the actual death of Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. Yeah, apparently he didn't die from that first fall. Now lucky for me, we already have the prototype built because, you know, he stabs them. But the last Huggy Wuggy we used wasn't as screwed up, so we need to make a more screwed up looking one, as well as make a damaged version of Kissy because they're both missing arms because, you know, they're attached to the prototype. And doing this whole scene took a fair bit of time because Mr. Prototype is kind of a jerk and really hard to animate. I mean, bro has like 6 legs. Kissy and Huggy were a little bit better. They weren't the best though, so I did the best I could, and this is what we were able to make. Now, the last person that I need to kill is you. Yes, that's right, the player. He's behind me, isn't he? Wait, where'd he go? Now, if you remember in the game, the player was literally being chased. And then all of a sudden, just swords go through your, like, screen and you're dead. It's like you forgot the grab pack was on you entirely. But this was a pretty simple scene because, you know, he was just running away and got stabbed. We just need to make some hallways and then, you know, have Lego knives stab us. So I got this old hallway from another animation and just did the same thing. So here it is. And then we just started running. This is the prototype, and this is my Lego build of him. And today I'm gonna build every single Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 character in Lego, as well as some that might be in Chapter 6. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we're going all the way to the basement of Playtime Co. and putting the most cursed monsters there. Anyways, Lego. Now before I could build the prototype, I had to dump out all my Lego parts and download the Brickify app, because I'm gonna use it to scan all my parts and see if I could sort them all out and have enough to build it. And it looks like I do. So let's get cracking. All right, now that we have the parts scanned, let's build the base. We need to make connection points for the legs. So we're gonna do this. All right, we need one of these. Boom. All right, we're gonna attach this to this base. This is where the fun begins. Oh, and by the way, huge shout out to Brickfolk for the designs. I have to put all these in here. All right, now we gotta build its guts. This piece, we need 4 of these, and some of these, and some of these. All right, now it's time for the rib cage. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, now time to add the actual ribs. Oh, bruh, it sounds like I said Oprah. You get a rib, you get a rib, you get a rib. For those who don't know, Oprah gave out cars, not ribs. All right, we're locking this back in. All right, now we just gotta finish off the body. All right, now we're adding the catnap back. Oh yeah, I guess this is the front side of him. All right, these are where the hands are gonna go. All right, now we're gonna add all these stud hoppers round pieces, and then we're gonna do these. Boop, click, pop. All right, it's cat skin time. Yo, okay, now he's starting to look like a thing. Well, not on this side, but don't worry, it'll get there too. All right, we're adding his little light. All right, and we're adding another 2 of these bad Larrys. Okay, this is sick. Now we gotta add those extra arms. And the first one we're doing is Kissy Missy. Here's her hand, and here's her thumb. Wait a minute, is this the head? Oh, I feel dumb. All right, let's wrap up the head. We're so close. All right, last hat, or whatever these are called. All right, now we have this eye and this eye hole, and then the mouth. I'm iffy about the face. It's neck time. Yeet. All right, we're getting close. Okay, and here's our boy, the prototype. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He looks great. The issue is the legs. Unless you have those little clear pieces, they just don't work, and he just collapses in on himself like a dying prototype. I could totally see him killing the player. Wait, what? Hey, what's going on? Well, friend, did you subscribe? No, I didn't.
You should subscribe.
No, he's not joking. Do it now. All right, but now that we built the prototype, we have to put him at the bottom of the factory. And this is going to be difficult just because the bottom of the factory is like right here. So what if we tried putting him at the top for a little bit? All right, let's go all the way upstairs. Oh, yo, it's the prototype. Now this is Lily Lovebraids. She was one of the main bad guys from chapter 5, and she had this crazy hair that could eat you, and these tea parties that had all these little toys. Oh yeah, and the prototype. And now we have to build her. All right, let's open up the Brickify app, and then we're just gonna go to the pile scanner, and we're gonna scan the pile. Now this thing is really fast. I mean, look at this. Whoa, that's crazy. All right, let's see what we have enough pieces for. Apparently a mini Huggy. 6, 7, no, we need Lily. Oh, these puppets. We got it. All right, let's build. All right, so we're gonna start with the legs, the boot, and one of these. All right, we got the legs. Now we gotta do the shoes, and these should be pretty easy. All right, we're gonna add this skirt piece and then a front one. All right, now we have the torso, the arm, the other arm. Bruh. All right, now we gotta do the head and the face. She's bald. Bald, bald, bald. All right, let's fix that. Sweet. All right, it's eye time. And ear. Bro, what are these ears? She looks like a monkey. Why can't you stay on? This thing has like a conniption trying to stay onto the body. What the hey? Oh yeah, and we get to add her hair curl. All right, now it's hair time. Braid 1, braid 2, braid 3. All right, and this last one should be interesting. All right, we have to build this little guy. I don't know what he is. Oh, this is awesome. And here Lily is. Oh, she looks great. She has the arms, the face, this little guy over here who looks like a panda. Hey, maybe that is a panda, what the heck? She's super smiley, I love her. This build of Lily's okay, I'll give it a solid 6. I think my minifigure with the braid is better. We're gonna put her right into the tower. And you know what? She could go like right over here. Oh no. You know, maybe I should just drop a cloud on her now. All right, next we're going to build Lily's puppets that were with her when the prototype came in. We're gonna scan them and whoa, that was fast. Oh sweet, it looks like we have enough parts for them. Wow, those are interesting. Look at that. I don't even know what these guys' names are. All right, we have the yellow one done. Then we have to do the pink one. All right, we're gonna do this. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, last one. All right, we gotta just do the rest of the hair. I wonder who styled it. And here's the face. Oh, they're actually kind of cute. Anyways, let's put these with Lily. I guess we could put one up here, and over here. Awesome. Now, at the end of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, we saw the Doctor, which means he's probably gonna be a big player in Chapter 6. And I'm hoping that he gets to re-inhabit one of those mech suits that he was in Chapter 4, which is why I'm gonna build it. First, we're gonna dump out all the parts for him. This should be enough, right? All right, let's dump out all the parts, and then I broke out the Brickify app again, and now we're going for a scan. Whoa, there's like 227 parts here, what the heck? Wow, that was quick. All right, and it looks like we should have enough to build. Now, the first thing I have to build is the base. And there's this little area over here for the wires, because you know, the Doctor's suit to operate, he needs to be kind of plugged in. Then we kind of just connect him like this, bada boom. And I got to work on the body. I totally didn't just forget to press record. The black looks really rough in the lighting. Okay, we're getting closer. Yo, those are really tiny arms. What the heck? All right, now it's time to build the head. Just snap in one of these and the eye, and then we're just gonna snap in this and box him in to look like an actual TV. Awesome. We just gotta lock it in. Yo. Okay, this guy also is known for like kind of having a cape, so I kind of gave him a cape. All right, let's clip in these arms. Got one over here, one over here. Now we just have to do the legs. Click, click. Bada bick. All right, then we have a leg here and a leg here. Okay, awesome. Now we just got to connect him to the base. Oh, this version of the Doctor is awesome. He could definitely take on the prototype. Now in chapter 4, these guys were straight up scary, so we got to put him on level 4. All right, we're just going to take this off, and then we're going to put on our boy, Mr. Doctor. Well, actually not. We're probably going to have to put him over here because he's too tall. All right, you just stay there for now. Don't worry, we'll fill this with another person from chapter 4. Oh, and if you want to get the Brickify app, here's a QR code. You can scan it and download it right now for 3 free days. Now, one of the things I love about Poppy Playtime is how there's a Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy literally made for each other. But I was thinking, why doesn't Doughy the Dough Man have that? Well, apparently someone else thought that too, because there's a whole Dolly the Dough Girl fan club that exists for a character that isn't even in the game yet, because I think she's gonna be in chapter 6. And we're gonna build her. All right, so we're just gonna open up the app, open up the pile scanner, and low-key just scan the pile. Let's see how long this takes. Oh wow, that's quick. Yo! Oh, we have enough pieces for Dolly. And there's her eye. Okay. All right, let's build Lily. We're gonna start with her torso. Can't find these leg pieces they want her to have. I hope it's not these and they didn't get scan the wrong ones. All right, so we're slowly making progress on the body. This is interesting. Okay. All right, so we're adding these little blue splotches and red splotches, and this red splotch is gonna be like this. These are like the hands of like the kids that Doughy absorbed. But since this isn't Doughy, since this is Dolly, I don't know if she also absorbed kids. Yo, it's another hand. This is high-key confusing. Question, if you guys were a Doughy the Dough Man, would you absorb a child? Or did Doughy even have a choice? I don't even know. I mean, I guess he did eat his own mom. But hey, at least he said he was sorry.
Oh, God.
All right, we're slowly rounding out our boy. And something I'm noticing is it's getting a little easier as it goes on. This is a much easier build than the Doctor. Oh, yo, this is sick. All right, and now we have our first arm. I'm just gonna attach these as legs for now. And now we just gotta do our second arm. Comes in red. Okay, awesome. All right, now it's time to just do the head. All right, now it's just these little head pieces. Wow, this head is really detailed, and I love this little bow. It's so cute. Oh, yo, no way. She also comes with dough cheeks. I mean, she's got to look a little doughy. She's a dough girl after all. All right, so we got this one, and this one. And we even those all out, add her eyes, and attach it to the body. And yo, we have a complete Doughy the Dough Girl. This might be our first actual 10 out of 10 build. I love it, but you know, she's kind of lonely looking right now. You know who we need to make?
Doughy the Dough Man!
He's stretch you, he's down you, he's squish you, he's fun you.
Oh yeah, but first we need to put her somewhere. Yeah, she's gonna go. Her bow is annoying. It doesn't like let her stand on the platform. All right, we're gonna lower this and put her in here. Yeah, that'll hold for now. That's fine. This is fine. This is good because we're slowly going up to the top with the prototype. All right, let's open the app. So we're just gonna scan him. Boop. Let's do this. Whoa, that's pretty quick. All right, let's do our boy Doughy. There he is. Ah, Doughy the Dough Man. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is the feet, and then it's time for the body. Bro, Doughy the Dough Man kind of reminds me of me because, you know, I haven't been to the gym as much as I should be. My editors are gonna roast me for that one. Sorry, Benji. Benji, do your worst.
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like.
All right, now we're doing the one yellow hand here, then he's also orange, red, and blue. Bro is literally all colors of the rainbow. All right, we're doing the hands again, but his are obviously different colored. All right, we got his body, but these hands are like low-key a little small. So we gotta work on that, and we're gonna build out his neck. Well, his shoulders. Put your dough on my shoulders. Comment below if you know that song. All right, and then we're gonna round out his belly, because he's looking a little cubular right now. All right, now it's head time. Bro, he also comes with cheeks. What the heck? Bro, he's a cheeked up doughy. It's not like we saw one of those earlier. All right, there we go. We got Doughy's head, legs, and his chunky dough boy. Now we're hitting arms. Oh, I know which side this is going on. Sweet. We got that too. Okay, we completed Doughy the Dough Man. Yo, he looks sick. Yo, I just realized we're missing one part, and it's this one. For his bowler hat. Yeah, that hat is called a bowler hat. I don't know if Doughy bowls, but you know, he's round enough to. All right, now I'm just gonna have him eat his mother. Wait, what? Nah, just kidding. We're gonna put him next to his long-lost love. We have Doughy the Dough Man and Dolly the Dough Girl right here. Oh, they're so cute together. And then we obviously have the doctor, Lily, the prototype. Now, the next character we're gonna build is this guy, Braun. He's a character that appeared in many different like sizes in Poppy Playtime, and then just kind of disappeared until we saw him in chapter 5, where these nightmare inside animals were just eating at his guts, and he had a whole grab pack in his mouth. I don't know if this is the actual guy or what the deal is, but we're gonna build him. All right, let's open up the app again. We're gonna do the pile scanner and scan it. Boom. All right, let's see what dinosaurs come out. All right, and there he is. All right, it's build time. Some of the bottom colors are gonna be low-key mismatched, but that's okay. Now we're finally getting some red on Braun, because, you know, he's a red dude. Was a red dude, instead of, you know, being a rad dude. All right, we have a pretty much full body done. Bro, he's so multicolored right now. I'm gonna call him multicolor Braun. Bro, what is this shape? Oh no, it gets worse. No, those are supposed to connect in there? What? I'm so confused right now. All right, so these are the legs, supposedly. And then these are the back legs. All right, and now we're just gonna add on to his feet, because that works. Oh, speaking of feet, here's the actual foot. Did I say feet? I meant legs. Well, now I meant feet. All right, and then we have this one miscolored one by one. Okay, this is slowly looking like him. Yeah, that's what I'll keep telling myself. Okay, I'm anxiously waiting for a surprise. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm out of one by ones. Okay, round piece. But we do have one of these, which gives us the actual full, like, dino neck dealio. Sweet. All right, now it's time for the head. All right, we have this eye here and this eye here, bruh. I mean, that's Braun. I have to say this is probably one of the worst builds we've probably done, but he does look like the character. And more importantly, I could go up on him and ride him like a dinosaur. Get along, little dino, get along. Bro, he does not look amused. I'm not amused either. Ugh. But you know what? Since he's the shortest character we've built, I could probably put him right up here with the doctor, even though he's, you know, supposed to probably be a level lower. But it wouldn't be a Poppy Playtime video if I didn't build a Huggy Wuggy. But don't worry, this one's gonna be simple, because I can only use simple parts like 1x1s, 1x6s, and 1x2s, and maybe some plates. All right, we're gonna open back up the app, scan, and we should have enough parts to build a Huggy Wuggy. You know, the main icon of all of Poppy Playtime, other than the player, of course. Wow, all right, let's see, do we have enough for a Huggy Wuggy? Noob Huggy. All right, let's try Noob Huggy. Wow, this guy's gonna be tall, what the heck? Whoa, it's still going? What? It's like that Kylo Ren meme where he's like, more! More! Bro, is this feels like enough. More! Okay, fine. All right, that's definitely enough. More? All right, fine. Whatever you say, boss. All right, this is gonna be so fragile. Wow, this guy's huge. All right, now we're adding the arms, and this is like the down arm. I guess he's gonna have like an upright arm too. But so far we've only used 1x1s, 1x2s, and is this an 8? Yeah, 1x8s. Very simple, very, very simple. Okay, whoa, this guy's drooping down. Okay, no, it needs to droop more. The droop is not enough. All right, that looks like some good droopage. Is that a word, droopage? All right, well anyway, his arm is going up now. All right, awesome. All right, we have this headpiece, this, and there's the mouth. Whoa, this guy's getting pretty intense looking. What the heck? Bro, this might be the most scary Huggy Wuggy I've ever built. And what's worse is he's not even that detailed. I guess sometimes less is more. Yo, look at this guy. Yo, he's actually awesome. All right, this is definitely getting a 10 out of 10. Wait, I want to stand him up next to a minifigure. All right, so here's Huggy Wuggy, and here's me. What the heck? You're freaking gigantism. All right, let's put him in the tower. All right, now level 1 seems a little on the low side. Level 2 seems a little off. What if we just put him off the side? Okay, we're just gonna put him right here behind Huggy. Oh no! No, Huggy Wuggy! Alright guys, well, I tried to fix Huggy Wuggy. I'm gonna send you to the next video. No, Huggy Wuggy! This is Huggy Wuggy, and this is him as a Brickcraft figure. And today I'm going to unbox, build, and survive every single Poppy Playtime Brickcraft set I could find, including sets like Huggy Wuggy, Catnap, and Yarnaby. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we're gonna unbox all of them. Anyways, Lego! Poppy Playtime might be one of my favorite games, and Brickcraft offered to send me a bunch of their sets, so we're gonna go get them. Okay, we're entering the factory. We have to go down to the darkest levels to go find him. Yo, that's creepy. Oh shoot, is that Huggy Wuggy? Guys, I don't wanna do this. Okay, I think he's after me. He should have been delivered to the factory. All right, yeah, this is about in theme with Poppy Playtime. Couple other boxes up here, but I think this is it. Oh my gosh, this sucker's heavy. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh no, I lost one.
All right, we gotta go. Go, come on.
Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Okay, we made it safe. We're just gonna, is that? Yeah, okay, we're coming in. Yeah, never doing that again. We're gonna open up these at the end. I don't even know what these are. This is the box I'm concerned about. Oh yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going for 600,000 subs now, so let's do that. Anyways, let's open. I have absolutely zero clue what's gonna be in here, so you guys are all just gonna be as surprised as I am. Oh, it's covered. All right, we're gonna put this on the floor and open them one by one. Yeet. And we're going to grab the first one, and it is, yo, Yarnaby. He is the character from chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime, and yo, this box is like so shiny, and it literally comes with yarn. What the heck, bro? And does like the face open up? Yo, bro, it does. Oh, that's so cool. And look, you could even sit. He's in Mob Entertainment. It is like an official thing you can get on Brickcraft, and it even comes with the official Playtime logo. All right, that's pretty cool. We're just gonna put these over here, and we'll make like a little stack of them. Now, I don't know if everything in this pack is gonna be Poppy themed, because I'm looking at this and this just doesn't look Poppy themed. It's Futurama. Yo, bro, this guy looks legit. I haven't watched Futurama, but he's like a foot tall, and he comes with drinks of, what is that? A beer and a slushie, a Slurpee? What does that say? Slurm? I have not watched enough of this show. But yo, he could like pose his fingers, and he comes with a gold chain, and he has all his drinks that he could keep literally inside of him. That's actually kind of fun. Yo, look at him pose. Has 408 pieces. That's crazy. This is gonna be so fun to build. Whoa. All right, so we'll put him over here. I'm really curious to see what's in those boxes too. I think we have another Futurama set. What? Bro, it's another one of them. Bro, he likes his beverages. They literally says beverages behind him on the vending machine. Brands like Dr. Jitter, Something Loco, Mountain Goo, Walrus Juice? What is Walrus Juice? Bro, what is this box? I don't even know. Oh, it's a display. Oh, it's like a whole display case thing going on. He's like a baby version of himself. That's cute. We'll put that over onto our pile. And then we'll open up another one. And here, yeah, let's take a look at this. Yo! Okay, it's another Poppy Playtime set. It's these smiling critters. By the way, I have a link if you want to get any of these down below. Oh wow, this thing's like a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be, and it comes with this like custom face mold thing. This is Dog Day. Dog Day as a character, like as a mob, looks a little cooler than the smiling critter variant of him, but I'm happy we're getting another Poppy Playtime set. This one looks freaking dope. All right, we'll put him next to Yarnaby, and then we'll try to grab another set. Okay. Yo, it's Stewie Griffin. Bro, this kid is shaped like a football.
Shut up! You're not my mother! Good God, are you all right? Fine, why do you ask?
And he comes with his little trike. That's pretty cool. And then you can flip it around and I guess it shows you it shows you the full-on trike. So I guess you could display him separately, which is cool. And it includes an instruction manual and everything, which is also epic. Yeah, I guess Lego would definitely never make a set for them. So we're gonna put it over here. All right, let's open this one. No. Is this Heisenberg? Say my name. Say my name.
Say my name.
Yo, it's Heisenberg. Oh! Yo, it comes with the entire crystal ship. Bro, Lego will definitely never make this. Now I just gotta get some little figures to attach to it. But yo, it comes with like a cleaver and his Heisenberg sticker and his clothes from the first episode. That's a niche reference. And then it's like, it has the logo on the back window. Look at the license plate. H3I1SBRG Heisenberg. Yo, that's so fire, bro. These are the most random brick building sets I've ever seen. It's awesome. I know for a fact there's Poppy Playtime in those. I know for a fact. So we're gonna wait to see those. I am low-key curious what's in here. It's like a box, and I think I saw it said Family Guy. Family Guy figures. Okay, that'll be interesting. All right, we gotta break out the box cutter for this one. Yoink, skadoosh. Oh, yo, we got multiples in here. Please be Peter Griffin, please be Peter Griffin. We did a Family Guy video that you guys love, so gonna do more of those. It's Brian and Peter. Yo, we got Brian and Peter Griffin. Oh, bro, this is so fire. We have AM Brian and EM Brian. So he comes with the afternoon one with the little wine glass, and then he has the Who's a Good Boy coffee in the morning. And then we have Peter, and he comes with a custom head mold. Bro, what is this? And he comes with the special beer from Family Guy. But bro, the bird is the word is like my favorite like audio on social media ever. Like ba 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 bar bar bar, bird is the word.
Oh, have you not heard?
Heard what?
Oh, well, a bird.
Comment below if you've seen Family Guy on YouTube Shorts, because that's like 90% of my YouTube Shorts feed. All right, we're going to add these over here. Not Poppy Playtime themed, which is okay. We'll get to that. But wait, I think we have another one. All right, we have another Poppy Playtime. Yo, it's Catnap. This is an interesting choice. I probably would have chosen to do like the mob version of Catnap, like the big one with the long legs, you know, the one that the prototype killed. This is cool. I like actually how the floor looks like Poppy Playtime, like the floor in the game. I didn't even notice that. That's such a cool attention to detail. And it comes with the same type of face mold as the other one with a new print, or maybe it's the same print just with different colors. Yeah, he's an official thing. He's 151 pieces. The other one is 170, which I guess makes sense. So we'll keep those Poppy Playtime sets over there. I'm gonna just reach in and grab another set. And we got another one of these Futurama ones. This is Zoidberg. Bro, we got Heisenberg, we got Zoidbergs. What's with all the bergs? But he has a little fish in front of him. It looks like he's about to have a nice dinner. And it comes in one of these interesting shaped display boxes, which you could stack. Yo, you could stack them? That's so cool. So you get like 1,000,000 of them and stack them. And they like have like the shape, and they have the Brickcraft logo on top. That's neat. Okay, we're gonna put them over here, and we're gonna grab another, I think we have another one of those too. Oh, yo, it's Stewie and Brian. They're like, what are they doing? There's like some electricity thing. They're in the clouds, or like in a factory that's on fire. I don't know, bruv. I'm putting it on top of Heisenberg. And then we have one more set in here, and then I'm gonna open those. I don't think they're Brickcraft, but let's see what this is. Yo, it is the Planet Express ship from Futurama as well. Oh, bro, this looks sick. Yo, we got like a missile, we have entrance, we have like that. Fire, bro. All right, well, I think that's it. So now we're gonna open up these boys, and these ones are also just really interesting because I have legit no clue other than that they're Poppy Playtime. This is what I've been waiting for. It's Poppy Playtime like building sets. Bro, these boxes got destroyed. Oh no, that's so sad. It says come play with me. And it has like a scary Huggy Wuggy. And it also has Kissy Missy. Yeah, we'll put that over here. Okay, we're gonna do even more. All right, yo, we have the player and his whole thing. And look at this, the boxes have the player's hands on it, which is super duper cool. And yeah, that's awesome. And this one, I just love. I love that. I think that's great. All right, and then we have another set, and this one is of Huggy Wuggy, and I don't know. It says the Elegant Vogue in the Classic Collect. That's what they're all titled. I think they just forgot to fill that in. This is number 3, the player's number 1, and Kissy's number 2. I think I saw Kissy's build before. I haven't seen this one, but this is gonna be one of my first Huggy Wuggy minifigures. So that's cool. So we're gonna put that there. And then the last one we're just gonna dump out, and it is Killy Willy. Wait, real quick, we're just gonna, oh right, we have the other box over here. Oh bro, now I really wanna know what's in here. All right, Killy Willy has like a whole screen with green. Somebody explain to me what this scene is, because honestly, I don't even know. So we're gonna add that there. All right, let's open up these boys. All right, let's see. Yo, it's more boxes. Let's flippin' go, dude. I've been wanting these for like ever, and I'm happy we finally got them. Okay, I gotta like open up all this plastic layering. We're just gonna yeet. So we have a couple interesting things here. Some of these I hope they're not repeat sets, which is good, but they're similar. So it might have to be like 2 separate videos type of a deal. Bro, there's so much plastic. You guys hear that? This is actually absurd. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first thing we got that's important is, ooh, this is a pristine box too. It's Poppy. She has like a mini doll and she comes with this whole thing. I don't know what this build's supposed to be. Oh, I don't want to reveal that. Yeah, there's like, it reveals all the sets we're about to unbox. That's not cool. But we'll add her to the stock. It's so interesting. They're like the different qualities in like the box design. You guys see that? Where it's like this one doesn't have the glare, but the other ones do. That's so weird. All right, we're gonna open up another one. The Poppy one I was most excited for. Okay, it's Huggy Wuggy. Again, is this is the same guy? Maybe this is from a different season. I don't want to spoil it. I don't even know what this is from. We'll add it on top of Yarnaby, and then we'll open up. No, I'm just taking this plastic out. I can't with the plastic. It's too much. It's too much. Boy. Okay, we have Kissy Missy, which looks to be the same as the one we got here. Yeah, it's the same Kissy, but it's a new build, which is unique. So we will have her. You know what, we're stacking this over here, and then we're gonna just stack these on top of each other. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. And then we have the last one, and it's another version of the player with like fire going on. What the heck? They like added fire in the graphic, even though it's just like a fire piece. And then here's, I guess, the final thing. They want us to do some kind of crazy, like cult worshiping Huggy Wuggy Poppy Playtime Co-Factory build. And it has like all the legit stuff. It looks like a legit toy. It's pretty freaking cool. And we can just stack that up there. All right, and now I think it's time to build him, right, Walter? Yeah. This is Yarnaby, and this is him as a brickcraft set. And today I'm going to build, assemble, and survive every single Poppy Playtime custom set I could find, including Yarnaby, Dr. Harley Sawyer, Catnap, and even Dogville. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we're gonna recreate one of their deaths. Anyways, Lego. Now, Poppy Playtime is one of the most terrifying horror franchises literally ever. You're trapped in an abandoned factory full of killer animatronics, twisted experiments, and monsters that want to kill you. From Catnap stalking you through the dark, to Dog Day chained to the wall, begging you to escape, and now we have them as sets. So let's start with the first one, Yarnaby. Now in the game, Yarnaby is this lion-looking guy who's made out of yarn, and he was chosen by Dr. Harley Sawyer for the Bigger Bodies initiative. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has this really scary eating feature where he can like open his face and eat you. And he also had a pretty gruesome death, but we'll talk about that in a second. And here it is. Now this is made by the company Brickcraft, and it has real yarn. So I'm excited to crack it open. Oh, by the way, if you want to cop one of these, I'll leave a QR code right here. Yo, okay, this is gonna be sick. All right, there's only one thing left to do with the box. Yeet. You have bag 3, bag 2, bag 1, and bag yarn. Bro, this looks so cool. I low-key want to see, what are we supposed to open first? Oh, yo, they're advertising Kissy, these boys. Oh, okay, so this is bag 1's objective. I want to open up this bag, because this thing looks crazy. I've never seen a physical Lego set with yarns before. Look at this, bruh. Bro, he's gonna have teeth too? Look at this. Bro, it's literally Yarnaby, and it just comes with this whole brick. It's just a whole brick, and you just gotta fluff it out, make sure it's all fluffy, and then I think it'll just like connect like this or something. I don't know, probably not. All right, bro, that could be the set right there. I've never seen Lego bricks like this before. This is why Brickcraft knows how to do it. All right, now we gotta actually make this work. All right. Oh, yo, that's a lot of teeth. I don't think this brick exists either. This is a custom piece. Okay, so we have this build, and then we're going to do this one. See, they actually color this piece right with these guys. Why can't normal bricks do this? I don't understand. All right, but these ones are still gray. I don't know what that's about. That's kind of lame. All right, it's fur time. I don't know where exactly this side's supposed to go, so we're just gonna like, yeah, that'll work. Make sure the yarn doesn't get caught. You know, I never even thought that would ever be an issue on a brick set. All right, and then I guess this one's going to go here. Okay, we got that and that. And now we have the head, but it wants me to do, I think, the blue one first. I'm a little confused. There we go. This one we're gonna put here. Yo, this feels so weird. And then we can put in teeth. 1 tooth, 2 tooth, 3 tooth, 4 tooth, 5 teeth. Awesome. And then I guess that's going to connect here. So that's side 1. At some point I missed a part. That's a little bit of a big part to be missing, but we're too deep in. Yo, there's like, it's like hollow in there. Okay, and then what should be able to happen is I think they're supposed to like, yes, oh, that's sick. Yeah, so what's supposed to happen is they could close the mouth and then you just, but you need to like line it up properly to make sure everyone can go in. Okay, sweet, look at that. Bro's got teeth. What a guy. All right, now we're gonna do the legs, which should be pretty simple. All right, let's go wrap up the legs. Bro looks a little exhausted. All right, we're just gonna clip in a leg, another leg, this one over here, and this one over here. And here's our boy Yarnaby. Oh no, bro. Oh, I killed him. Okay, wait, get back in there, get back in there. Yeah, so question, how does Yarnaby smile? Does this mouth here open or does this mouth open? Because this one's a little scarier. He's got no tail, he's got kind of a round tush. You know, he's just kind of a bro, just chilling. Oh bro, no, his toes came off. I think it's probably the weakest, most fragile part about this set. But the fact that he has real yarn literally built into the thing is so freaking cool. I've never seen that on a custom set before. Yo, I kind of wonder what he looks like with Pianosaurus. Because he's pretty big. Yay, now they can be boys and fight the player. Bro, this is like the ultimate Chapter 4 squad. Well, mine is Doughy. Where's that boy? Brickcraft, please make Doughy the dough man and the player. And Pianosaurus, actually, too. Ugh. Now listen, I can't recreate his death scene because that would be a fire hazard. But what if instead I made another character die way harder? But you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. But before I can do that, I want to build his creator, Dr. Harley, aka the Doctor. And we have the parts to do it. This is hopefully what it ends up looking like. But yeah, they should have some pretty interesting pieces. Oh wow, look at the silver pieces, that's so cool. All right, this one should be interesting. Yo, and here's the Doctor from Chapter 4. Now, the Doctor did make an appearance in Chapter 5 and is going to be a main character in Chapter 6. So who knows, maybe he'll bring back our boy Yarnaby. Aw, who's a good little predator? Good boy. Thanks, Dad. Now this build is insane. He literally has all this wiring coming out of him. He has this silver cape and the TV head. We also have enough red parts left over to make his eyes red, or I could just do that in editing.
Well, now.
Also, does this count as the Doctor? Is this just one of his guys that got frozen when they tried to kill him? Because all I have to do is type some things on my phone and boom, he's dead. Bleh. All right, now this Dr. Sawyer build is pretty cool. I don't know if it's as cool as Yarnaby. I think Yarnaby might be cooler, but I want to build our next character, one of the most consequential ones from the entire game, Catnap, but the smiling critter version. All right, we're gonna try opening this sucker. All right, get up there, come on. Sweet. Yo, look at bro, that's crazy. Yo, we got the Yarnaby ad, the Kissy ad. All right, and then we're gonna add the tail. This guy is thick. All right, now it's time to build Catnap's head. And I'm just gonna start right off the bat by adding the nose. I think that'll look good. Yo, this is gonna be a really weirdly shaped head. Like, look how thick these boys are. All right, now one of the things that's noticeable about Catnap is his ears. So I'm gonna try and fix them. All right, and here's one of them. And here's ear number 2. Now you guys saw that face, so hopefully that shouldn't be super difficult to get done. So to back it up, we need to put this piece down. These ones. Oh, and I guess this is for the back of the head. All right, and here's the head. Now before we put it on, I have to build him a platform. All right, here's the base, and we're gonna connect the feet and the torso. And then we have the head. Fire, bruh. Now this is Smiling Critter version of Catnap, not the one that the prototype, you know. So I don't know how well he fits in with the boys like Yarnaby. Yarnaby's still definitely my favorite out of all of them. But we still have to do our next one, Dog Day, who might also be the freakiest character in the game and most lovable looking smiling critter. Because, you know, who doesn't like dogs? Well, yeah, unless the dog's doing that. Yeah, okay, it's a pretty straightforward build, very similar to Catnap. So let's speed build it. Yo, he looks so happy. Yeah, yeet. Alright, and here's our boy Dog Day, who looks significantly friendlier as a smiling critter than as, you know, the monster that tries to, like, you know, kill you. And here he is with our boy Catnap. Aw, they could be like buddies together. They even have the same head print. Oh, my legs, my legs. Oh. Alright, now that we have Dog Day built, I want to do a bit of a creative death, because the other ones kind of catch on fire. La 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 la. You want? Look, it's an actual dog. You want to eat him? Alright, we're going to take care of him. Say goodbye to Dog Day. No! Bro's literally drowning. He's swimming away. What are we gonna do? Bro is befuzzled. Help me save Dog Day. Come on, go get him. Bro, are you seriously leading me to the net? All right, let's save Dog Day. Oh, Bailey. Bro, you're literally like so not useful right now. Dog Day. Come on. Oh, dang it, I killed him even more. No. Now he's really gonna be legless like in the game. Okay. If we don't do this soon, it's gonna be Dog Night. Oh, dang it, I keep breaking it. All right, there's one more. Brick by brick. We're gonna get him. Yay. Poor bro. Okay, now Brickcraft's also made other characters like Kissy Missy, which you saw in the ads, and the one you didn't, Huggy Wuggy. This is one of my favorite sets of all time. Now, my only hope is that they're able to make even more. So comment below who you'd want to see them make. I'm gonna go in order Prototype, Doughy the Doughman, and maybe the Player. I feel like that would be a good combo. But now we're gonna do even more Poppy Playtime sets, so let's go.